Do you ever have days where you've lost your mojo? Like you just don't really know even what to do? You know you want to spend some time in your craft space, but you don't really know what, there's nothing really on your mind. Maybe you've lost the umph for the day. Welcome, it's Dawn with For Grace Creations. I have an idea because today I want to do something, but I have that feeling of I don't know what. But first, I thought I'd show you something somebody sent me. It's this little box, and it says Abundant Grace. And I opened it up. So that's one side, and that's the other. And there's scripture cards. So today's Bible verse will come from this box, and it is this. Hebrews 4:16. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in the time of need. So that is our verse for the day. Now, I have this down because, look, my lighting is weird in the room that I work in, and it creates these weird shiny spots. So I thought maybe that would help. Does it matter to you guys? Is that a big deal to you or no? Should I just not worry about it? So here's what I thought for today. I did a napkin swap, and some of the napkins were Christmas. And I just was like, okay. I set them aside, didn't know what to do with them. But I know this, I want to make a Christmas journal this year. I actually would like to make one for myself and one to sell. But I don't have a lot of Christmas things, so I thought, well, let's use our napkins and make things. But I wasn't sure what. So here I was looking at this pile of Christmas napkins, like, I don't even know what to do or where to start. Isn't he cute? So here's what I started doing. Very, very simple. I grabbed some tape, and I've been standing here for a few minutes, and this is what I've been doing. Opening up a napkin. Now this one, as you can tell, the layers are going to already come off. So I have literally been just standing here opening Christmas napkins for, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then I thought, well, wait a minute. Maybe I'll hit record because I know that there's got to be others out there who, like me, have days where they're like, I just don't even know what to do. And so then you don't do anything. And I know there's got to be some of you out there that want to make a Christmas journal, but you don't really have a lot of stuff. Well, somebody told me you don't need to go buying all the Christmas things. Maybe do a Christmas swap of some sort. Or maybe just do some sort of napkin things. So that's what we're going to do. But, standing here, putting tape on to pull layers off, maybe that's all the energy you've got for the day. And that's the only thing you're going to get done. Well, that's fine. You know why? Because now your napkins are ready to be used another time. And once I get a napkin open, I have been cutting it down the middle. But this one, yeah, I'll go ahead and cut this one down the middle. And then I just fold it. And I've been setting them over here in a little pile. So like this one, since all the photos on the napkins are the same, I actually will cut this one into 4 pieces and then set them aside. And what are we gonna need next? Well, I have some tags that are pre-made, and if you don't have pre-made tags, you could just grab a file folder or scrapbook paper. The back use the back side of some ugly scrapbook paper. So we'll just stick with those few for right now. I've got a small pile. And here's the tags that I've got. Well, I've got this blank thing I thought we could use. And I turned some scrap paper into some kind of tags. And then I've got these pre-made tags here. But the other thing that we could use, so I've got some papers printer paper that this one's tea-dyed actually. I tea-dyed them and I folded them in half so we could use those. Because here's what I was thinking. I'm going to grab glue. This is Elmer's school glue that has been watered down a little bit so that it's not quite as thick. And then I've got a glass of water with some paint brushes. And then I was thinking, where did it go? It's hiding. I was thinking maybe we could try a glue stick. And let's just start somewhere, but start simple. Do you know what I mean? Because why overwhelm ourselves? So let's say you just have some paper. Let's try that first. So here's what I was thinking. Why don't we just decorate it a little bit? And if this was there, let's try the glue stick first. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just get this glue. I'm going to try and get this glue all over that page. And we're just going to plop that down, press it down, and then we let it dry. And when this is dry, it gives it kind of a really interesting feel to it. And so we just literally, we're just going to plop it down, set it aside, and call it good. Because later, we can come back and do things with this. Now, I will say in the comments below, if you would like me to come back, maybe in a few days or something, and show you what you can then do with that, let me know in the comments. I'm willing to do that. I could open it up and think, okay, do I want decoration inside? No, because we'll do something else. But the back side, sure, we could do that. How about Santa? And we'll just glue Santa down. And here's what I'll do. I'm going to set him right there to see how tall I need to go with my glue. And I need to go about here. And we'll just get some glue on here. Now, I will tell you, when you're working with napkins, doing this, it doesn't matter what glue you use. I would suggest not using your expensive glue sticks. What I mean is, this is a really good glue stick, but it's expensive. Don't go for those, you know? Just use your cheapo stuff. Do you have a Dollar Tree near you? Go to Dollar Tree. Maybe pick up some glue sticks there. Or, you know, a local grocery store. Somewhere where they sell cheap ones. Okay, now we'll set it aside to dry. And let's maybe do this one. And I will fold it in half. Like that. And come over here and look and see what we've got. So I've got this truck. That's so cute. Is it going to fit on here? Barely. So I will have to kind of be careful. What if we did it like this? So then the back end of the truck would not fit on there very well. So I actually need to cut it down the middle. Because I think I do want both sides to have the truck. Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe you don't have glue stick, but you have this PVA glue. Okay. Then we'll just put some of this down. Grab our paintbrush. And actually, I don't want glue on here, so I'm going to grab a couple pieces of old book page. I call it my glue book page, But I guess somebody told me there is such a thing as a glue book. It's like a journal. And I didn't know that. It's, I guess, a journal where you glue all kinds of things down. So I can't call them a glue book. So it's just the guts of a book that I used the cover to make a journal for someone. And the pages on the inside were just, you know, not something that I was like, oh, I'm going to use that. They were just boring pages, I guess you could say. So we're going to cover this page with glue. And then I'm going to put this truck right there. And then maybe get this truck. I'm going to tear off some of this, actually. And maybe get this truck down right there. Now you could just let it dry, or you could come over top of it like you're decoupaging. But I think I'll rip some of this off here so it's not such a straight edge. And it is, you know, it's missing some here. It's hanging off the edge. But that's okay, because after it dries, then all you have to do is come back and cut those edges off. So let's say we're going to go ahead and do it like we're decoupaging. All we do, and this gives it a whole different feel than when you use that glue stick. It gives it this so almost like faux rice paper feel. But when you're doing this, you do want to make sure you go to the edges of your paper to make sure it stays on there. And I don't know that I got enough glue, because I don't want to really work hard at spreading this glue. Otherwise, I'll rip that napkin. But I do want to make sure it goes everywhere. And now, what do I do now? I'm just going to set it aside and let it dry. So how about we move on to a few tags here. I've got this poinsettia. And maybe grab these two tags. Okay, so we could cut it off here. So yeah, I just didn't really have a lot of oomph today. So, I wasn't sure what to do. And this is just something to do, you know? And I figured, well, maybe I'll work on this for a little while. What do you guys do when you feel that lack of mojo? Or maybe you never have that problem. Try and get this right on the edge. Like that. And press it down. I'll let this one dry. When does everybody start decorating for Christmas? And when do you get your tree? Do you have a fake tree, or do you get a real tree? And when do you put that up? I know some people do it the day after Thanksgiving. Let's see, maybe, yeah, I'll just stick with this side. Maybe you don't celebrate Christmas. But if you decorate for Christmas, do you put your tree up the same day that you put your decorations in the house up? Or separate days? Now, you hear that? My dog outside is going crazy. The neighbor's got a new puppy. And my dog, I think, is like, oh, I love it. She sees it and she goes nuts. Like oh, my new friend. But we are on 5 acres-ish. And so are the neighbors. And there's a fence between us all. So it's a little bit like she can see through the fence. The fencing's like that chicken wire fence. I don't know how else to explain it, but so she can see the puppy, but she can't get to it. See, my mojo was totally just this morning, and now here I am with you guys. Well, I'm not with you, but you know what I mean. And I'm like, oh, look, I'm doing something. Yay. So we'll set this one aside to dry now. So I want to wipe this off before I put the lid on. So those other layers of white napkin are great for wiping up messes. Let's go to this one and get our glue all over it. So for me, I'm not gonna put this Christmas on there actually. Oh no, my fingers are sticky. For me, for Christmas, I usually, if I'm going to put Christmas lights outside, then I'm going to start doing it in October-ish, late October, maybe beginning of November. So that I'm finished by the day of Thanksgiving. That way, the night of Thanksgiving, I can start turning on my outdoor Christmas lights. Now, the inside, I don't decorate until the day after Christmas. I do have, I have quite a few fake trees from little to, 6 foot. But I don't usually get a real tree or decorate in that way until a couple days after Thanksgiving. Now, I will tell you that we have a wood stove, and what I figured out is that it actually is tough with a real tree here because that wood stove dries it out so fast. And so I think this year I really truly need to wait maybe till December 1st. But even with that, I keep thinking, well, should I just stick with my fake trees? I mean, I do have a full-size fake tree, but part of me wanted to take one of those fake trees and put it in my master bedroom. Wouldn't that be cool to have your bedroom decorated a little for Christmas? I don't know. I did a little bit of that last year, but not a lot. And I just thought it might be kind of fun to do it every year. Just a relaxing, maybe even put up some lights in the bedroom. I don't know. I saw some really cute pictures of people that have done that, and I just thought, oh, I would love to do that. But I know, here we are in October, and I'm talking Christmas. But I do have a couple of Christmas events that I do in, I guess one of them is November. So I do kind of, if I'm going to do some Christmas journals, I do need to kind of be thinking about that ahead of time. Now, what part of this should I use? Maybe right in the middle. So yeah, I've got an indoor Christmas bazaar the first weekend of December. And actually this weekend, I have an event. It's outdoor in the park. And since it's October, I thought, well, I could bring fall stuff and Halloween stuff and Christmas stuff, because it's not, when I do events, it's not just journals. I actually, I make and sell earrings as well, handmade earrings. Some are leather, some are faux leather. It's just, I never know what is really going to sell the best at each different event. And so I try to bring a little of everything. Now, if you ever wanted to see earrings, how I make them, you just let me know in the comments. I could maybe, you know, once a month do show you how I make my earrings, and then, you know, you could make some if you wanted to for yourself. But I do have a Facebook group. It is private, so you do have to ask to join, and it is called For Grace VIP Group. And there I have albums that I put earrings in, earrings that are available. And then I also do drops, and what that means is every once in a while, what I will do is take photos of the new things that I've made, and I go ahead and on a Friday night, usually 7 p.m. my time, I'll just do a post that has all the pictures of the earrings. And then whatever ones that you want, you have to, you know, under the photo, you have to say sold, and then your email. And then, of course, you have to make sure I have your mailing address. And I send out, for the drops that I do on Fridays, I send out invoices on Sunday afternoon so that then they can be paid by Sunday night, and then I can mail everything out Monday morning. Also, I do donate some of my proceeds to women and children and families in need. So if you ever know of anybody that might need a little grace, a little help in time of need, nothing they've earned, nothing that, you know, it's owed to them or deserved, but just, you know, a little help, you could always email me and let me know, because that is part of this whole For Grace thing. I'm going to let some of these dry, and then we'll come back and see what we've got. But I wanted to talk to you real quick about empty glue sticks. So, you know, I was rubbing and no glue was coming off, but there's glue down in there. So grab something, anything. I've got this, and look, you can actually get quite a bit of glue out of there. I don't know. Oops, there went the little thingy. Dog hair on it? Nope. Okay. I don't know how far it will go, but let's just try it and see. Yeah, see, spreading it out. That's a lot of glue down in there to lose out on, because, you know, glue isn't cheap. I'm going to use my finger just because I want to make sure the glue is on the edges really well, and rub it around. And let's just grab this, and I won't be able to fit the whole word peace on there, so I'm going to take it off. Maybe like that. And then we could, oh, come on, pine cone. Come on, pine cone. We could come back in right here with Mr. Pine Cone. I don't know how well that's going to work, because it's not going to stick down. But, oh, I've got my other brush. Maybe I'll just go over it. It was in the water, the gluey water. Maybe I'll just go over it like that. All right, I'm going to let some of this dry, come back and see what we've made. So we're pretty well dry, and with this one, what I did was I just cut off what was hanging. See, I've got a little bit more here, and just cut it off. This one doesn't have anything hanging. This one does. So the first thing I'll do is I'll just go through all of these and use my scissors to cut all those extra edges that hang off. But then I thought, and I'll do the rest off camera, I thought something like this where I did not get it on the edges, what could you do? Well, my plan would be to fold this in half. And then I've got mowed lawn, fired brick, forest moss. I think that's too bright of a green. We won't use that one. That looks like it's closest, or this fire brick. And then somebody had sent me this, and it's got something called lobster. So maybe what we could try, I'm not sure. I've never opened this lobster, but let's try that. And we'll just get some, ooh, that's a fabulous red. Get some red on there. And maybe go around the edges here. Oh, yeah, I like that. But on the back, let's try mowed lawn, because I've never used that either. And see what that does. Oh, I need a little more. Now, what if I went over it with some of this forest moss? Who knows? We're just playing to see. Yeah, kind of cool. Fun. And so all that did was it accentuated those edges. Maybe I'll put a little green down here. And it doesn't matter that I missed it. That needs red. Yeah. Does this side need red? No, I actually like that green. If you can't get right up to the edges, no big deal. Grab some ink and just put some ink on there. I think we'll call it quits, and we'll work on some of this in another video so that, you know, we don't have this really long video. But now you know just an idea of something to do when you've kind of lost your mojo. You have no idea what to do and you're just kind of feeling blah. Grab some napkins. I mean, worst case scenario, all you're going to do is get those white layers off the back of that napkin. So then your napkins are ready to be used down the road. So until later, thanks for being here. And can I ask you a huge favor? Click the thumbs up button for me. I will see you very soon, friends. Bye.